Hey guys, this is Siva Moodley. Welcome to another fishing vlog. So this fishing vlog is going to be a little bit different than usual. Today's video is actually going to be a tribute video to somebody very special to me. Someone who I consider a legend and a master fisherman. Someone who has taught me everything that I know, and also somebody who is family to me. And this is none other than my grandpa, whose name is Siva Moodley. Now he is late and he actually passed away in the year 2019. But he has left behind a legacy that has basically echoed into the fishing community, specifically at the fishing grounds called West, which is South Pier. And for those of you that are tuning into this video that don't know where I'm talking about, it is actually the harbor, the entry to the harbor on the right hand side, which is called the Bluff Stretch, and it is actually a part of the army base. Now I started fishing with my grandpa at the tender age of 9 years old, and back then we used to actually take 2 trains and walk a very great distance to reach the beach. But it was all worth it, because within the vicinity of West, I witnessed and also experienced some really great catches. And the first thing I noticed as a young man when I would make those journeys with my grandfather on the train is how well known and how well respected he was within the fishing community. He was known for being an all-round angler. So there was not much modern fishing equipment back then. I mean, he fished with what we call now a KP, which back in the day was a Scarborough, which was a wooden reel that was just a plain and simple reel, but took a lot of skill to be able to use and throw it. And he made his own rods using fiberglass poles, which he constructed, and those rods, guys, were very strong. They didn't use leader line back in the days like we have now, and all of these braid and all of the modern inventions. They just use straight nylon, but the amount of fish and the size and the quantity and quality of fish that they landed back then made them legends. I've actually put together a small little clip that I've managed to salvage some footage of him fishing, and I just want to be able to show that to you. Want to use this time to give a big shout out to all of those fishermen that come from that area, that may be still alive and tuning into these videos today, that have fished off South Pier and that area. Or maybe you were little and you experienced and you saw firsthand the fishermen of the 60s, and you saw the stuff that they did. It was just absolutely breathtaking, guys, to hear some of these stories. And I got to experience this a little bit later on in life, towards the late 90s and the early 2000s, when I would actually accompany my grandfather to this place. Fisherwomen, the fisher folk that basically used those grounds, and so whatever fish they brought home, they fed their families. And yeah, Some of them actually fished in areas, guys, where it was basically very foul. Actually take one step in the wrong direction and fall off doluses and actually fall to your death. Some of them actually risked their lives just for fish. So guys, there are some exciting things to look forward to on the channel that's coming up. I will share one secret with you today. For any of you that have seen some of my social media, you would notice that I also am an author. I've written 2 books over the past 2 years. The first book was in the year 2020 called Peace in the Pandemic. And it was basically a 40-day devotional to help people have a more peace perspective during those difficult months that we were going through. Last year, I was in the process of writing my second book, which I released in January of this year, called Physical Faith. And that is basically a book that was geared towards talking about taking care of your health, your immunity, which were all buzzwords as we went through the pandemic. I was able to share some of that experience in that book, along with interviews of other athletes that I've added and concluded. But guys, here's the exciting part. My third book that I'm actually working on currently is actually a fishing short story. And it is a book that's going to be paying homage to the fishermen of West, talking a little bit more in-depth look at what fishing was like back in the day, for those that would have to make this journey, like I mentioned earlier on the train. I'm going to give you an in-depth look at the fishing grounds itself, some of the different locations and spots. It's talking from a perspective when I was about 9 or 10 years old, accompanying my grandfather to these fishing grounds and some of the things that went on. But it's also specifically giving tribute to his life. So that will be coming out soon, and who knows, maybe that's going to be the first of some other fishing content and material that I would like to write going into the future. So yeah guys, once again, thank you so much for your support. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, feel free to comment if there's anything you want to see on the channel. We will catch you on our next video, so take care.